But before we start anything, please subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, thank you. And please share. In this session, we're going to talk books. Okay, let's get into it. Hi, how are you doing? How have you been? So today we're talking books. March is Black History Month, and I decided I'm going to read books about books by Black authors. And I'm glad I did. I found some really interesting books to read. I've got a book, you know me and my crime thing. So I've got a book by Valerie Wesley, which is a crime story, and it's called A Glimmer of Death. I'm also going to talk about His Only Wife. This is by a Ghanaian. I can't say a last name properly, but it's Peace Adzo Medie. I'm so sorry if I didn't say that properly. And then there's the third one is by a Nigerian author, Ayobami Adebayo, and it's Stay With Me. These books are... let's get into it. So, welcome to Coffee with Yemi. We're talking books today, okay? You know me, I need coffee to make everything work. Okay, so A Glimmer of Death. That's not my main one, but let me talk about that first. A Glimmer of Death is about this lady who has powers. Our whole family apparently has powers, but they all have different ones. So she sees what she calls glimmers or aura around people, and that sort of give her an idea of what kind of person they are, and what is going on with them, you know, like their emotions. She works in an estate agent company, yes, a property company, and she just lost her husband. So she's a widow, and this was her coming out after losing a year after losing her husband to find work. And this happened in her office. Her boss was killed, and it goes all the way from there. It's not a fast read. It's a small book. It's about maybe 300 pages. It's steady, you know, slow and steady. It was okay. It was okay. There's no way actually to. I've never read this person, and actually got the name of the author from the Good News. I think it's the Good News or Goodreads. No, sorry, not Good News. The Goodreads channel, the Goodreads channel, and I enjoyed it. There was another one I was reading also by an American author, but I don't know, the writing just didn't do it for me. You know, I wasn't in the mood for that kind of writing. It wasn't a bad one, so I'm not going to say her name now because I will finish it. But the thing with A Glimmer of Death, the story kept unfolding. The kind of person our boss actually was. Well, we all knew from the beginning I was a horrible person. He wasn't a nice boss to work with. He had a loud mouth. He was sarcastic to his and cruel. You know, he was verbally cruel to those who worked with him, and apparently to everybody who met him. So it wasn't liked to start with. But as the story goes on, it begins to unfold exactly what has been going on in the office. The surprising thing is the killer. Because by the end, it wasn't just one person that had died from the same office, but who we thought, or who I thought. So I think towards the end, I sort of guessed who it might be, but who I thought it was going to be, and what the reason for the killing was actually was totally different. The reason for the killing I didn't know. I guessed who the killer might be, but I didn't know what the reason would be. So interesting. That's Valerie Wesley. Oh, Valerie Wesley, A Glimmer of Death. My main book for today. Oh my word. Actually, both of them, but the next to them. But this one, oh my Lord. I loved this book. You know, this was recommended to me by my sister, who also read. We all read in my family. Yeah. And it's called His Only Wife. It's set in Ghana. And I enjoyed it. It started with a wedding. And I found that the Ghanaian traditional wedding, at least for that particular tribe, is very, very similar, almost the same as mine. as mine. The writing is so colorful. I know I said it's about the books that I like, but that's what I enjoy in reading. It came to life. I could see the people. I could see the people. I could see the dancing, because the things. If you have never been to a Nigerian Yoruba wedding, you need to read this book, and it's just so alive. Or if you've been to one, or you've seen one, maybe you've seen the video of one, and then you read this book, you will see that she captures every nuance of what the traditional wedding was about. So, and let's go into it. So it's about this young lady, 21, who is getting married, who is getting into this arranged marriage. Right from the start, she had mixed feelings about it. She didn't want to. But to give you, to tell you who she was, she and her mom, okay, she lost her father, and they had to move. They lost everything because her father died and they didn't have any support. So they moved back into the home. So from the city to the village, yes, they moved back into the village. And the person that she thought would look after them, which was the uncle, wasn't looking after them. So this woman had given help, not just shown, had given help, right, to the mother. And she's well-to-do, and she has kids who are well-to-do as well. So it's like a big family business going on. And the marriage now is between this woman, between Afi, the girl, and Elikem is the gentleman that she was going to be married. Elikem is the son of this woman who's been helping them, auntie. What they didn't realize, and what she also did, let me say what she didn't realize. She didn't realize that she was going to be a pawn, or she was being used as a pawn in family dynamics and the family battle, the family dynamics into this home that she was going into. What they didn't realize was that, yes, this girl might be a village girl, but she had spunk. She did not conform. Wow, she did not conform to what they were expecting. She was independent. Her environment didn't give her the chance to bloom to what she would really be, to what she really was. So being taken out of that environment, it took her a little bit of a time, but she had certain things that she wanted in a marriage, that she was convinced of, that this is what she wanted, and she was ready to fight for it, no matter what the cost was going to be. She agreed to this marriage because it will save her mother's face. It will save the family. This woman was known for her generosity. The auntie was known for her generosity in the village to people and all of that. And she didn't want to disappoint her mother, you see. So she went into this marriage with all sorts of misgivings. And you've just got to read it. You've just got to read it. I was crying. I was sad. I was happy. I was going, yes, and all of that. And oh man, I don't even want to. It got me. I love the book. I'm telling you, I love the book, but I was depressed after reading it. And I don't want to tell you, but it's one of those books that you can't put down. I sat down and I started reading, and I was flipping. And I will flip really fast, like I want to know what's happening here. And then I'll have to go back because I realized that, oh, I've missed something. And the way this lady, Peace Adzo, wrote this book, oh my word, I think this is her first book. You know, you just want to read every sentence. You want to read every sentence. You want to know what was said, how it was said. You know, I'm telling you, this was a movie that I was reading. I was reading vivid, and it's an unputable down. That's it. It's an unputable down book. Also not long. I finished it in one reading. It was 380 pages. But you can. So give yourself time when you're going to read it. Give yourself time. You don't want to put it down. You don't want to have an appointment in an hour from when you're reading it. It's not that kind of book. You've got to. It's fast and it's beautiful. It's beautiful writing. It's a beautiful story, and I know you will enjoy it. And I'm asking, please, 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 put a comment. If you've read this book, I want to see your comment. If you have not read it, please go and read it and then come back and tell me what you think about it. I don't want to give too many things away. In this book also, so this is Afi, who has been given away to marry, and then she meets the girlfriend, Evelyn, the girlfriend of one of Elikem's brothers. So the girlfriend has been put into a flat. So she's staying in a building that the company owns, and Afi is in one flat, and the girlfriend, Fred's girlfriend, is in the other apartment. There was no attempt to hide the fact that this married guy had a girlfriend, and even the girl, very independent, very independent, very worldly, and it's like, I've been there, done that, been there, got the t-shirt kind of person. But she hid what will I call it? Our feelings, our emotions. She had to hide them to be able to survive. She had to put a facade on for everyone. But you will see when you begin to read that she also was hurting. But you know what? She was also one very fierce, independent girl that was ready to stand on her own, no matter what, was ready to have her own way. She almost had a cake and then eat it. But don't let me tell you about her as well. You need to read the story. And the funny thing was, these two became friends. These two became friends. So that is his only wife. Please, 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 please read it. So the last one is Stay With Me by Ayobami Adebayo. It's a Nigerian. It was set in Nigeria, in the southwest. So it's a love story gone sour. Oh, really gone sour. The things that women will do because they can't have children. The things, not what they will do. The things that women go through in a marriage where there's infertility. This is what this book is about. So she's married to this guy. So they've been married for years. And her name is Yejide, and she's married to Akin. And they've been married for a while and no children yet. And as happened to so many women in different parts of Africa, if not of the world, the family brings home a woman. Yes, they brought a woman to have a child for Akin. They have no idea what is really going on. I had no idea what is really going on. This book is like an onion, like peeling an onion. There are layers and layers and layers in it. She went through a lot. And it's the life of some women today. This is their life. This is the life that they have found themselves in. For whatever reason, the infertility is happening. Whether it's their fault, whether it's the man's fault, the woman seems to be the one that bears the negative effects or negative occurrences that come with not being able to have a child. And I've always wondered why, especially if, but don't let me say that. So it's written really well. The trials and tribulations, we say trials and tribulations of Yejide. If for his only wife and Stay With Me, if you liked the many wives of Baba Segi, you're going to love these books. You are going to love these books. There's something that I find that when African writers, or maybe writers everywhere, you stay with what you know. This is your environment. This is your culture. This is your language. Even though you're writing in English, there's just something so authentic about it that if it's a good writer, it shines through. Your talent just shines through. And these two are really authentic. So Stay With Me, Ayobami Adebayo. His only wife. You got to read his only wife, eh? Peace Adzo. Let me not say the last name because I don't want to kill it. And then A Glimmer of Death by Valerie Wilson Wesley. I'll see you next time. I'm going to still got a week left. Yes, we still got left in March, and I've still got some books. I mean, I'm really into Black authors, and I'm enjoying it. I'll see you next week. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please share. Please like. Take care.